Hey guys, yesterday on 22nd June in India, WWDC Apple Event 2020 took place. So, here are all the new features iOS 14, WatchOS 7, iPadOS, macOS, and many more others. So, in this video, we are especially concentrating on iOS 14, how are its features, battery life, and everything. So, let's get started. So, yesterday night at 1 p.m. in India, they released the first beta profile software of iOS 14. So, let me go into settings. I went into software update. As you can see, my iPhone is up to date on iOS 14 beta profile. So, let's start with the features. Let's start with the first one. It's the eye-catching feature, which are the widgets probably over here. You know that there are many widgets on the left side of your home screen which are customized in iOS 14 for a better way of performance and accessing the data. So here is an iPad 8 2 running on iOS 13. Here is the widget section. You can literally tell the difference between iOS 13 and 14. On iOS 14, it's way more organized and every app is used for widgets and accessing the information very conveniently. We know that Android have widgets over home screen in many years since 2014. Apple blows off Android in 2020 with its widget section. Like if you tap and hold on any app, you can see a plus icon over here. If you click that, there are so many widgets over here which you can add to home screen and make it more organized. Like if I click on weather app, I can choose between the sizes of the widgets if I need small one or the big one. I will now add a big one to the home screen, add widget. See, you can now add widgets like bunch of options. And again, if you want another widget like this battery one, you should go into plus and search for batteries. I have already a battery icon here, so I'm not adding it. I'll add a calendar app over here. You can choose between three sizes, one small, one medium, and one large one. I'm keeping the small one. Yeah. So it's better way of organizing your home screen and making the data easy to be visible. So there is another widget called Smart Stack in which you can combine 5 to 6 widgets in one widget and add it to your home screen, which would be more accessible for data and for the convenience. Like if you scroll down over here, you can see Smart Stack. I have already added it to the home screen. So here it is. You can scroll down between different widgets like this. Like you have the Files app, you have the calendar, you have the weather, etc. etc. One more convenience is that you can directly jump into the app like this calendar. If I click once, I can jump into the calendar and get back with a cool animation between the transitions. So that's about widget feature. I personally like this feature because it looks way organized on my home page and way accessible to the data. Let's move on to next feature, which is Call UI. In iOS 13, if we get a call on an iPhone, the full home screen would be filled up without interrupting our call and work ID by accepting and declining the call. Now, in this case, it's not like that. In iOS 14, the caller ID is fully redesigned like this. You simply get a call and accepting or declining the call, just like that. The caller UI ID feature is very important and convenient feature because when you are performing tasks like browsing web, if a call interrupts in between, the whole home screen would be filled with the call, which would be annoying. In iOS 14, it's fixed and just an accept decline call will be appear at the top of the screen. The next feature, it is basically an app which is Translate made by Apple. It's over here. If you are in another country and don't know the language, this app would be pretty useful. Like if you speak English and wouldn't understand the Chinese, you can simply speak any text like, "Hello, how are you?" It would simply reply in Chinese, which would be a great feature while communicating with others. Not only see the text, but you can read it out loud, like this. It would be very easy to communicate with others. One more feature you're getting is the AirPods one. Like if you're switching between the iPhone and iPad, the AirPods would instantly connect between whichever one you are using. Like if you're using the AirPods with the iPhone and instantly took out an iPad, the AirPods would instantly connect with the iPad and make it a better use of convenience. Unfortunately, I don't have an AirPods Pro over here. Otherwise, the AirPods Pro has a special, more convenient feature which is known as spatial audio, which would connect to the iPhone and make the sound into 80 surrounded sound, which would feel like you're listening to the real person over there. In iOS 14, you can also remove and add home pages. Like if you click on Edge home screen, you can see the bottom part of the home page slide is highlighted. If you click on that, you can deselect or select the home pages and remove it. You might be wondering, where are all my apps? So don't panic, it's the new feature. If you slide all over the right side, you'll find an app library over here, for which this is not a custom which we created. This is created by artificial intelligence Siri. Like it keeps and holds an app which is social media apps or entertainment or productivity or creativity. Like if in social media app, it keeps us ready Snapchat application or Instagram or WhatsApp for us to ready to use. Like if I click on Snapchat, it would readily use for me. So that's about app library. So let's move into control center. The control center is all new. As you can see here, it is as old as iOS 13, but if you go to settings and go to control center, you have home controls over here. Let me show you. Which is basically if you have any home appliances, smart home appliances like HomePod, smart lighting, smart cameras, etc., you can just enable it. And if you go to control center, there are home accessories and scenes in the app. And another feature is that you have sound recognition and sleep mode as well. I'll get to sleep mode in a minute. Let's talk about sound recognition. In sound recognition, the iPhone can identify different sounds like fire alarm, smoke alarm, cat dog, appliances, car horn, doorbell, and notify you with your Apple Watch, or it makes a loud sound with speaker in emergency cases. Sound recognition is usually designed for people with hearing aids who cannot hear properly. This app can help you recognize the sounds from your phone and alert you in emergency cases. Moving towards the main one, it's the Siri redesign. Like if you go and press Siri, there is a new Siri icon over here which I like a lot. Siri is now even 70 times more smarter and can even give every question and answer with your command. And like previous Siri in iOS 13, it does not take the full home screen but only takes a part of the bottom dock like this, and it hears whatever we say like, "Hello Siri, how are you?" It replied, "I feel good." That's great. So one more small alignment is that when you use a camera application or which requires a camera in need to access your data, it would reply a green light over in the corner. Like if you use camera app, it would see here. It would show you a green light, which means if you go to the control center, it replies that you're currently in camera. And the secondary feature is in the Messages app. When you go into Messages, there are ton of features introduced in group chatting and group management, which would be easy for messaging and typing for iMessages. One more feature is that you can choose your apps in a list view. Like if you swipe all over right to the app library, simply swipe down to get the list view of all your apps. Like if you go into and choose calculator, it would simply open calculator. And if you go back and choose another apps, which would be also useful and very simple. And one small improvement is that if you go into the settings and search for the home screen, here you can customize app library only or add to home screen only. If I show you clearly, yeah. You can also add notification badges in app library by turning on this feature, or you can the app downloads app library only or add to home screen directly. And that one feature we are waiting for is picture in picture, which means if I go to Safari and play some YouTube video, there is an option here for picture in picture. Like if you click in this and go to home screen, you have video playing in the background and you can do your work as usually. It's a very great feature to have in iOS 14, which would be easy to accessible and a convenient feature. And one more feature they did not mention in WWDC 2020 is that we can choose our own default browser and mail app. Like in iOS 13, the default browser is only Safari and the default mail is only Apple Mail. Now we can choose between variety of Gmails of our default browsers or mails like Gmail and Google Chrome. Moving towards the last feature, which is the sleep mode, which only enables when you have an Apple Watch taken in your wrist while you're sleeping. It monitors your sleep tracking and tells you a better way to improve your sleep timings and when to go to bed. So here are the devices compatible with iOS 14, starting from the latest iPhone 11 Pro to the oldest iPhone 6s. So that's about iOS 14 and all its new features. We talked about widgets, we talked about our app library, we talked about Siri and many more advanced features. So hope you guys enjoy this video. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you guys.